Hi, this is Bill Triber with Artistic Finishes, and today I want to talk about vents, primarily wood floor vents, and something that is very critical in the option category that seems to be coming up a little bit more frequently lately, and that is the damper. Okay? Now, of all the vents that you can order, the two that will most likely come up are your options first with either a surface or a flush vent. This surface vent is, as the name implies, would go on the surface. It would overlap the floor. And these are great for floors of variable thicknesses all the way down to 2 millimeters up to 1 inch. They are used where you have engineered floors and floors that may be floated as well. The other option is a flush or a flush with frame. The flush with frame, as you can see here, the frame is actually independently made from the louver portion. The frame here I have installed. In this case, I'm showing it in a contrast. Typically you would blend to the floor, but I want this one to jump out at you. You can see that it is flush with the floor. And when we put in the louver section of that vent, it also too would be flush, okay, as I drop that in. Okay, so now you have a flush with frame, or as I mentioned, the surface vent. The next thing that you're going to want to consider is what style of damper might you want. The old-fashioned, the long-standing one that's been in the industry forever is the metal box damper. The metal box damper has a little handle at the end which will protrude through the louver portion of the vent. It also then allows you to move them, opening and closing the actual lineal louvers. Okay? To install that, you would flip the louver portion of the vent upside down, and with these flanges that you see on the ends, you would attach them overlapping on the ends while simultaneously putting that handle through the section of the louvers. And then you would line it up so that you have the same amount of distance from the corner edges of the louver portion, and then screw it down, typically with the screws that are available that come in the pack. Okay? And there's also a little plastic cap that can go on the handle so that you don't have to worry about an accident, somebody catching a stocking or a toe on a piece of metal. That is the box damper, and one of the advantages of it is that it protrudes down into the duct opening a little bit better, creating a little better airflow than the Easy Glide damper. The Easy Glide damper is newer, but as the name implies, it's very easy to install and use. And a lot of installers like it because it does not protrude down into a duct opening, which can become an issue in terms of the cut that perhaps maybe somebody else has made, or the opening of the ducting. Now with the Easy Glide damper, you basically have a handle. It's very similar to the box damper, and yet you have a couple flanges on the one side, which I have pre-opened here. They are easily bendable, as you can see. You take the handle, and at the same time, you drop it down on the furthest louver and tip this over to the one side so it catches that groove. You see the groove on the bottom there, and of course on the top, either side of the louver portion. It's dropped into place, but now we have to tighten it down with these flanges by bending them into and behind that louver portion. You can see now it slides here, and to control it from the top, you would control it right here with the louver. Okay? This also then can drop directly into this vent, okay, and become part of the flush with frame. So there are your two options on dampers. You understand that they are available in either style, both flush and surface, and I hope this has been helpful the next time that you choose a vent, that you get the right style for the right job. I want to thank you for being with us today. This is Bill Triber here. We're available the first Tuesday of every month on Facebook, Google+, and Twitter. You have a great